Hi, a warm welcome to all of you. The 12th standard is viewed as a milestone in a student's academic endeavor, the grand finale to the schooling years. With a wide variety of options for higher studies, most students invariably find themselves at crossroads. Given the present competitive landscape, a higher level of competence with multiple qualifications make way for a very good career progress, and it definitely makes sense to start early. This presentation is about Fintegrated, a unique, first of its kind program conceived and developed by Greydient Learning, a division of Grey Matter Academics Private Limited based in Chennai. This is a program specifically designed for the students of the 12th standard in the commerce stream. Generally, people spend considerable time when it comes to planning a vacation or buying a house or a car. How many of us spend time in planning our career? People take to career as it comes, and suddenly, when they hit a glass ceiling or when they find their friend doing better in their life, they realize the importance of career planning and start looking at it seriously. Now, let us look at what career planning is. Career planning is a lifelong process that includes choosing an occupation, getting a job, growing in that job, changing jobs for the better, and eventually retiring after a successful career. It is a lifelong process which starts from the high school days, continues through the life, and is something which concludes only when we retire from our active work life. Considering that we spend most of our time at work, career planning assumes great importance and hence the need to properly plan for a successful career. Standard 12 assumes great importance in a student's life, and any decision taken at this juncture influences his life to a great extent. Hence, it is very important that an appropriate decision is taken with a long-term perspective in mind, especially considering the current competitive scenario. This thought process begins with the end in mind and also takes into consideration the basic passion of the student in determining the future course of action. We all know and understand that inches make champions in the current world, and hence preparation is the key to the uncertain future. It is for nothing do they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. There is this eternal conflict in everyone's life as to whether one should look at their passion as their profession, or in other words, the heart versus brain conflict. Empirical studies have clearly indicated that all successful individuals are those who have pursued their passion as their profession, which has been their key to their success. We in Grey Matter believe that this is the way to go, but with a word of caution. While it is preferred that one follows the heart, one should also listen to the brain at the appropriate time, and hence the importance of having a plan B in each one of our lives as a fallback, lest plan A does not work to our expectations. As mentioned, there are multiple options available to a student at this stage, which includes both professional and non-professional choices. Let us look at a few of them along with their significance here. It is very pertinent to note that the choices we discuss here are not exhaustive, but a few top options in our opinion. We also realize that success is a very relative terminology, and what is success for one may not be success for the other. After all, As the management guru Shiv Khera says, success is getting what you want, while happiness is wanting what you get. The first option that is available is the graduation and post-graduation option like the BCom and MCom in a college environment. While this may sound a logical option, in today's scenario, this is not considered as a professional option and hence not discussed much further in this presentation. If one considers pursuing professional certifications immediately after its 12th standard, the most preferred options for students in the commerce stream are the chartered accountancy, cost accountancy, or the company secretaryship. We will be discussing about these courses in detail in the forthcoming slides, as this presentation centers around these courses. The other option that is gaining popularity in recent times is the integrated law program from the various national law schools in the country. A student completes his 5-year program in law, covering both the bachelor's and the master's. Law as a profession is gaining importance in India, but has its own limitations in terms of career options and hence may not offer a holistic solution to the student in terms of a career and growth. The other significant option is the host of courses from the UK like the ACCA, CIMA and the CA of England and Wales, which are a few leading professional certifications in finance in the UK. While these are good choices, these courses lack the national or the Indian flavor since it does not cover Indian laws and tax. These courses can at best be a good supplement option but not a great substitute option. Thus, a student pursuing only such UK courses may not have many options in his career in the current Indian scenario. The other option that is available is doing one's bachelor's and master's degree in overseas universities and looking for a career in the international market. A very good option indeed, but one which is expensive and probably not affordable to one and all looking for a long and successful career unless one has sufficient resources to pursue this option. Thus, the focus now gets back to the most preferred rational option of chartered accountancy, cost accountancy and company secretaryship. Let us focus our attention on the same in the next few slides with special focus on the delivery mechanism and the learning options available for a student for these courses. While a host of options are available for learning and preparing for these professional courses, the most popular option is the private coaching centers. As a matter of fact, one can almost say that this is the only main option exercised by the student, with a few other supplements for preparing for these professional courses. With the escalating demand for these professional courses, the number of students who undertake these courses have been rising exponentially in recent years. More than 500,000 students had taken up the CA exams in May 2011, which is a significant number for sure. Passing of a CA exam is considered a difficult proposition. I agree that passing CA is by no means easy, but the general perception that CA exam is tough is mainly due to the inherent flaw in the process and not the exam being tough by itself. A student, until his plus 2, is handheld and spoon-fed through his school life, and when he is suddenly thrown into a situation where he has to fend for himself with little training, coaching and guidance, he finds himself in a catch-22 situation. A few students come out of this stage quickly and are successful, but many are not able to get over this state, which is one of the major reasons for poor results in the CA examinations. Considering the wide gap between school education and professional education, logic dictates that the hand-holding and mentoring needs to improve significantly. But in reality, this is not happening, which is clearly reflected in the very poor pass percentage of these exams. The weaknesses in the system is clearly reflected in the results or the pass percentage of the students who take the CA exams. While the percentage did see a significant rise in the recent May 2011 exam, the average pass percentage of students stand at a miserly 19% in the last 4 attempts, which indeed is alarming. What emerges out of this is that only 1 out of 5 students pass their CA, which essentially creates a situation of the grapes being too sour and creates an illusion that the course is very tough for most of the students to pursue. While we do agree that the gap between school and professional education is indeed significant, one must also understand that these are the same students who had done very well in their school and now seem to suffer in the new scenario. The main reason, as we in Grey Matter realize, is the lack of proper and scientific process in hand-holding and training the students during this crucial juncture. We understand that the course is not easy, but neither is it as tough as the results indicate, and the very important fact that the good students do not become bad overnight once they get into these professional options after the school. So then, what is the need of the hour? Is there no solution to this perennial problem? We in Grey Matter strongly believe that what the students need is a holistic solution with its futuristic outlook, and that which addresses both from a national and international perspective, with structured teaching methods and due personal attention and regular feedback. Also is the important need of focusing on the all-round development of a student, which not only makes him an academic achiever but also a quality professional. With the inherent problems in the current methodology of training for professional certifications, Grey Matter Academics has come out with the first of its kind program, Fintegrated, a 5-year integrated program in finance that brings together 5 specialized courses onto one single platform. Fintegrated is a comprehensive and proprietary single window program that trains the students for their BCom, Chartered Accountancy and Cost Accountancy from India, besides the CPA and the CIA from the USA. Being an end-to-end solution for the students completing their Plus 2 in the commerce stream, this program, through its innovative teaching methodologies and cutting-edge learning modules, strives to prepare the students for taking up challenging opportunities in the corporate world by creating the necessary skills and making them competent, well-rounded finance professionals in the process. Additionally, the program will also handle the need for the students' articleship, which is mandatory as per the norms of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India through its tie-up with reputed audit firms. Besides this, Fintegrated renders a greater employability quotient for students by assisting them in placements through its wide network of connections with leading corporates both in India and across the globe. Thus, a student will be carefully handheld, individually monitored, and professionally mentored throughout this program to ensure that they derive maximum benefits from the same. A student typically starts with taking up his CPT exams in June 2012 and is progressively trained through intense classroom training coupled with a unique web-based testing model for his IPCC exams in 2013. With well-defined learning methodologies and well-established milestones, the students can look forward to a well-structured roadmap to kickstart their professional, academic and industrial pursuit to complete all the above courses by 2017 as depicted in the schedule of completion in the slide. The uniqueness in the designing of the content and the methodology of its delivery sets Fintegrated in its own class as compared to the other options available for the students. With a combination of intense classroom sessions and regular home assignments and periodical tests in the learning management system, Fintegrated essentially focuses on making the students understand the concepts much better. With all its academic materials customized for its content and developed by academic exponents, it is ensured that the same is delivered to the students with greater application to today's business scenario. Multiple tests and mock exams continuously monitor the understanding and the progress of the students, with necessary corrective action taken as and when needed, enables the students derive utmost benefit from this program. This essentially is based on the old-time adage, a stitch in time saves 9. A typical training session consists of classroom lectures by eminent and qualified instructors, followed by a classroom quiz on the topic that was discussed in that class. The students then will have to take their end of chapter quiz in the learning management system in the web within the specified duration. Based on the performance in the end of chapter quiz by the students, the student advisor generates a diagnostic report which highlights the strengths and weaknesses of each of the student. Based on this report, the student advisor discusses with the instructors and necessary corrective action is taken on the weaker areas as explained above. Periodical tests, a total of more than 50 tests, will be conducted to assess the understanding levels of the students, and the performance of each student is closely monitored by the respective student advisor to whom each student is attached. In addition to the above, industry experts visit periodically to share their experience and expertise for the benefit of the students, which give them a practical insight into the relevant industry. Mock exams under simulated exam conditions will be conducted, followed by revision classes to enable the students get a first-hand experience on the complete exam. Thus, the students are well prepared to take the main exams with confidence, since they have undergone a very well structured and defined learning methodology conceived by experts. The cutting edge of Fintegrated, as compared to the other options that are available, is that this is the only end-to-end solution offering to a student aspiring to be a finance professional. By effectively utilizing the 3-year college window and leveraging on the commonalities and reducing redundancy, Fintegrated, through its scientific handholding and professional mentoring, enables a student to go through this process with minimum stress and strain. With its unwavering focus on education, employability and excellence, and fine integration of national and international certifications, Fintegrated is the only solution to an aspiring finance professional who has a futuristic outlook. In addition to the focus on academic excellence, Fintegrated, through its personality development and soft skills training, supervises the smooth transition of the student into a well-rounded finance professional. The brains behind Fintegrated strongly believe that right processes always yield right results, and hence the focus is more on the right process that will ensure right results from a medium to a long-term perspective of a student. With the batch size not exceeding 50 students per class and with a student advisor for every lot of 25 students, we strongly believe that more personal attention is provided to each individual student in terms of monitoring their performance and progress in this program. This is a diagrammatic representation of the progress of a student in Fintegrated over the 5-year period. This program begins with the student taking a CPT, CA Foundation exams in June. In 2013, the student takes his IPCC, CWA Foundation and first year BCom exams. In 2014, he takes his CWA Intermediate and second year BCom exams. In 2015, he takes his CWA Final and the final year BCom exams. In 2016, he takes his CA Final and the CIA. He concludes this program by taking a CPA in March 2017. In this context, it is relevant to note that it takes a minimum duration of 52 months for someone to complete a CA alone, and by extending this program by another 8 months, the student is able to obtain 4 more certifications which will ensure a long and successful career for the student, who is now a well-rounded finance professional. Coming to the most important part of the program, from a parent's perspective, the investment in Fintegrated for the entire 5-year period is only Rs 7 lakhs, along with the service taxes as applicable from time to time. All expenses relating to registration for the courses, examination fees, etc. are extra and will be directly paid by the student to the respective institutes or the university. This is expected to cost around Rs 3 lakhs for the entire 5-year period and for all the 5 certifications put together. It is relevant to note that expenses towards stay in Chennai, along with other personal expenses of the students, are also excluded from the above figures indicated. In the current employment market, fresh finance professionals with a similar educational background command a salary package of around 12 lakhs to 15 lakh rupees per annum. Considering the increase over the 5-year period, one can safely assume that the student's initial package would exceed these figures. Thus, the payback of the investment is around 1 year after considering the stay expenses during the 5-year period. This is the reason why we do not call the amount spent in Fintegrated as an expenditure, but we classify them as an investment. Having seen what Fintegrated is, let us look at the brief profile of Grey Matter Academics. This is an academic institution that was started recently in Chennai. The primary idea of starting this institution was to increase the awareness of attractive options the commerce stream had to provide and guide the students in taking up the professional certification courses in finance successfully. The brainchild of 2 finance professionals, Mr. Shankaram and Mr. Ganesh, the main objective of Grey Matter Academics is to train the students in the commerce stream into well-rounded finance professionals who could carve a niche for themselves in the corporate world globally. Mr. Shankar Ram is a qualified chartered and cost accountant with All India ranks in all the exams and boasts of a wealth of experience in the corporate world both nationally and internationally. Mr. Ganesh is again a qualified chartered and cost accountant with a CPA, CIA and CMA from the USA, and again boasts of more than 25 years experience in the corporate world, both nationally and internationally. With such a background in the fields of finance, coupled with a strong passion for education, both Shankaram and Ganesh are jointly working together in changing the test preparation landscape in India for the benefit of the students in the commerce stream. Grey Matter represents Lambers, a major test preparatory provider from the USA, exclusively in Asia. Lambers is a 45-year-old institution from the US specializing in providing training to the students for professional finance certifications like the CPA, CIA, CMA, CFA, and the CISA. Besides this, LearnKey, the holding company of Lambers, has a host of online courses on office productivity and other areas. More details on these courses are available in www.learnkey.com. Grey Matter also represents Brilliant Tutorials, the pioneer in providing coaching for major entrance exams in India, exclusively in the Middle East. Brilliant Tutorials, again, is a 40-year-old institution that specializes in providing training to the students who take the prestigious entrance exams like the IIT, Medical, and the IIEEE in India. Besides this, Brilliant also provides supplementary training for students in classes 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 in the CBSE curriculum for the main subjects. With such an interesting product portfolio, Grey Matter is looking into expanding its operations in 15 countries in the next 3 years. We believe that one cannot teach a man anything, but only help him find it within himself. Fintegrated is based on this principle of helping your ward identify his innate capabilities and bring it to the forefront to make him a successful finance professional. We conclude this presentation with the popular remark, "Together we can and together we shall." We look forward to having your ward with us to partake in this program for a successful future. Thank you.